So I made a really boneheaded mistake today, and I'm going to tell you about that on the other side, and I'm also going to talk to you about something else. So let's get to it without any further ado. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. And as I mentioned on the other side of the intro, I goofed today. And today, Sunday, when I'm making this video, you're watching this on Monday. Happy 4th everyone. Maybe beyond that. But I'm doing this video on Sunday, and I did my shipping tonight. Yes, I know I don't have to actually get the shipping out tomorrow. Have plans tomorrow on the 4th of July. And I really don't want to deal with like 30 plus packages. So I decided today, after I got my listings done, yeah, I did work quite a bit today on Sunday, that I wanted to get my shipping tackled. So I'm about halfway through, and I get to this particular order, this particular item, and I go to look for it. Can't find it. And I'm like, wait, I remember this item. I think I already sold it. And so I go in, and as luck would have it, I already sold it. And so I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Now, the last thing you want to do as a seller is hurt your account, okay? I know we want to be honest in the business that we're doing. And this is kind of a controversial subject, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with myself, be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with what I'm doing about it, what I did about it. Now, how you choose to handle it is totally up to you, okay? But this is how I handled it. Now, I have a situation where someone bought my item. Now, the item has already sold. Now, what happened? What caused this? It wasn't a ghost listing. I came out with a video about that a while back. But that's not what happened here. For some reason, I had quantity of 2 in my listing. Now, it may be that I piggybacked off of a previous listing that was sort of maybe a similar item, maybe similar model type thing. Because I sell a lot of those smart bulbs. They come into my pallets all the time, and they're easy flips. They're easy to sell. So that may be what happened here. And so what I decided to do about it, now here are the options real quick before I get to what I did. Options would be to cancel, out of stock, let the buyer know. Risk a negative. 100% you're dealing with a defect on your account, okay? Buyer is upset. Buyer now has to stop what they're doing, go back online, try to find another seller to fulfill their need. The other option would be to, and this is what I did, was to drop ship it. And you guys know that back in 2018, I did drop shipping almost exclusively on my secondary account while I was working my full-time job. And of course, you guys know I don't do that anymore. There's many cons to it, in my opinion, on the eBay site, more cons than pros. However, in a pinch where I'm able to go on to Amazon, and I found the same 4-pack of these bulbs for $10 cheaper. For me, you know, I'm out of pocket that $21. It's not a total loss where I'm giving a full refund to the buyer. Now check this out. I wasn't going to get these in the mail until Tuesday. They're all the way out in Texas, okay? That wouldn't have arrived to them until Thursday, Friday at best. With Amazon, they're getting these items on Tuesday. So they're going to be very happy they're getting the items quick. Now, they could say, hey, wait, why is this coming to me in an Amazon box? Now, you know, that's the risk I'm taking, because I'd rather have that issue than have the issue with the defect on your account. You don't want defects on your account for not fulfilling orders, for running out of stock, canceling for just various reasons. I mean, maybe you broke it, that type of thing. You want to find ways to satisfy the customer's experience. And if that means you have to, in this particular case, drop ship it, and what that means is, for you guys who don't know what drop shipping is, I simply went on to Amazon.com, bought the same item for $21 and change, put the buyer's address as the shipping address. I set it up to as a gift, with a little note from Value Trends. Thank you for your order. I appreciate you, or something like that. And that's it. Okay. Now, you guys might be asking me, but wait, doesn't eBay require you to upload a tracking number? And you're right. And the way I combated that is, if you know how eBay's label system works, you know that with USPS shipping, they charge you right away, whether they hit your account or the card on file. With UPS labels, they don't charge your account until that item is shipped, actually shows activity. Well, this label is never going to show activity, okay? I paid $8.58 for a 1-pound item through UPS Ground, and I'll never be charged for that because there will never be a scan for that, okay? Now, my expectation, and this buyer seems to have good feedback, so I'm feeling comfortable with this, is that the buyer will receive their item on Tuesday, be maybe somewhat confused, but be like, I'm happy, okay? And they're going to install their light bulbs, and they're going to be happy, and they're going to move on with life, okay? I don't expect a situation where a buyer is going to open a case for item not received. If they do, okay, I will provide the tracking information that Amazon supplies me, which is usually an Amazon tracking number. There is a service where you could plug in the Amazon tracking and they give you a different legit tracking number of some sort that's in the right format for eBay. I guess that's how drop shippers are now able to make it work to fool eBay. So ultimately, I feel like this. It's a tool you can use when you're in a pinch, and you can find a supplier that has the same item. And I'm doing it because I'd rather fulfill the customer's order than to cause disappointment to the customer, hurt my account, okay? And it's just bad all the way around. It's not a great alternative, because I don't want to drop ship, but it's a tool that's in my arsenal if I goof up like I did and make that kind of mistake. But now, while I'm on the topic of drop shippers, let me just say this. While I think it's a good card to have up your sleeve when you're in a pinch, I've never been a fan of drop shippers, and that's after doing it myself, okay? Because once I started buying the products, started buying the large liquidation lots, started even doing the arbitrage stuff, whether it's going to stores like you guys go to yard sales, and I go to thrift stores once in a while. That's merchandise you have to go and find. You have to go and inspect. You have to go in and test in some cases. You have to actually bring it to a location, store it, okay? Store it while you're waiting for it to sell. Once it sells, you have to package it up real neat, get it to the buyer, okay? And all that takes a lot of time and effort. That's effort that drop shippers don't do, because see, drop shippers, they simply go in, buy the item, they sell it for 30, they buy it for 25 online, right? Free shipping online. After eBay fees, they may make $1 or $2, and it gets shipped out to the buyer. They don't have to touch anything, they don't have to test anything, they don't have to store anything, and they don't have to ship anything. And that's why it's such a popular model. Now, eBay frowns upon it. eBay says this about drop shipping. If you have a dedicated wholesaler, okay, you can drop ship, sell the item, have the wholesaler ship it out to the customer. What you can't do is what I did, and that is sell it on eBay, have, in this case, Amazon ship it out to the buyer. And the reason is they don't want you to rely on another retailer. They're okay with you relying on a wholesaler, but they don't want you to rely on maybe their competition, that kind of thing. Customer gets an item, it's in different packaging than maybe what they're expecting. But I got to tell you something real quick. I do a lot of business with Amazon to buy personal stuff. I reship my eBay stuff in my Amazon boxes. So I'm kind of hoping that's what happens here. The buyer will just see, hey, it's just a random box with the item that I ordered, and all is going to be well with the world. But back on drop shipping real quick. That's our competition. We are competing against that. And if I had to estimate, I'd say in a lot of categories, now if you're in like collectibles and stuff like that, you're never going to see this. But if you're in electronics, home goods, sporting goods, things like that, even clothing in some cases, you're going to find that there's a huge percentage of your competition is drop shipping, okay? And eBay says that they're against it, but they're not doing anything about it. Now, you can say you're opening yourself up to a huge Vero problem, and yeah, you are as a drop shipper. To me, it's like a double standard. eBay is knowingly allowing these drop shippers to stay on their platform, and I think I know why. It's because if they were to axe, and it's easy to locate and spot a drop shipper. I found just a few of them, and I'll show you that in a second here. But if eBay just takes out all the drop shippers off their site, they're going to take a huge hit on their stocks. I mean, they're already losing buyers and sellers. Can you imagine if they reported they just got rid of 25% of their sellers on their site? The shareholders, I don't think, are going to be that understanding. Even though it's going to create a better buying experience for the buyer, eBay, in my opinion, will never fully get rid of drop shippers. They may get rid of one here, they may get rid of one there, but they're never going to get rid of that competition that you and I have. I mean, the moment they do, our sales are going to skyrocket, because a lot of times these drop shippers are in the top few results in the search. Now, going back to the light bulbs that I bought, okay, for the drop shipping that I had to do in this pinch, I did a search. I just threw it in search to see what type of sellers are selling this particular item on eBay. And the top 3 results ended up being drop shippers. Now, how can you tell? Can you tell from just looking at the listing? No, because people use stock photos all the time. I do it as well, and that's taboo, maybe to some of you guys. I think sometimes it's okay. I had a conversation with Archie about this. There's just some situations where it is in your benefit, and the only way you're going to be able to compete in some cases against these drop shippers is by utilizing the same tactics that they use to make their sales. And I know eBay frowns upon that, and I know it's really more of a Vero thing, but guess what? I've been Veroed only a couple times in the last year, and I think some of you guys who don't use stock photos have been Veroed too. So I'm going to compete on the same playing level, in the same playing field with these drop shippers as much as I can, while still having the product and shipping it out myself. Something that each of you have to consider if that's something you want to do for your business. But until something happens to my account, I'm going to continue doing it. And eBay is going to have to explain to me why they allow all these drop shippers. Look at this particular item. 3 drop shippers, okay? And how do I know? If you do a search on this particular product, I'm sure the same 3 items are going to come up in your search. Click on their items for sale. Each of these sellers have like at least 2,000 to 5,000 listings. Click on their solds. One has like 82 in the last 90 days. A couple other have like 100 and something. That's horrible. That's a horrible sell-through rate. Nobody would actually have 5,000 items in their house or in their garage or in their shed or in a facility and be able to stay in business if they only sold 100 items. Okay? That's how you spot a drop shipper. Not the photos that they're using, but you look at their account's activity. Why eBay will put those listings near the top, I don't know what kind of promotions they're using, but those drop shippers are actually being shown to your prospective buyers, in most cases, in most categories, over ours. That's even if you're promoting at 2% or the suggested rates. So I just wanted to put that out there. No, I'm not going to be drop shipping. I think it is as you can see, if you do your own research on some of these drop shippers, look up a random electronics item, home goods item, just something. Look for the stock photos. That's the first sign. And then go digging in deeper into their account, and you'll see. It's a horrible business model in the sense that there's just not enough money there. You're only making like 1 to maybe some cases 10% margins, and that's after eBay fees. And I've done it, been there, done it. You have to find a couple great products to even really make it worth your while. Then you got to play with gift cards and buy gift cards at a discounted rate and do all this stuff. And it may seem easy, but it definitely isn't. That's why I wasn't doing it anymore. And I got out at the right time, because eBay came to me like months later and said, hey, look, we flagged your account. And at the time, I was well removed from that. And it was on a different account. And I had all the invoices that they needed to see that I wasn't drop shipping. So I want your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. How would you have handled that situation? Would you have just dinged your account? Yeah, I know some of you would say that you wouldn't have put yourself in that situation, but let's just say it happens. How would you handle that situation? Would you just go in and cancel it, give them their money back out of stock, and take the hit and possibly a negative and an upset customer? Or would you look for a creative way to fulfill the order for the customer and to avoid any damage to your account? So guys, that's what I got for you today. I hope you guys have a great start to your week with the holiday and all that. Just know, don't have to get shipping out on Monday. Tuesday is the day that you have to get it out. At least that's what eBay is expecting. If you like the content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that notification bell. So if I do what I did on Friday, gave you guys 3 hours notice and went live, you'll be notified and you'll be part of it and have a chance to participate. So guys, sometimes you will make mistakes on this platform like I did, and sometimes you just have to be creative to get yourself out of a jam. And it's all just another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent holiday and a great start to your week, and we will talk to you very soon.